All right, guys, so welcome to this short video explaining how the Kickstart challenge for the January lockdown 3.0, if you will, is going to be rolled out. So essentially, like it says here, this is your info pack. So to kick things off, really the objectives of this video are just to provide you guys a little bit of clarity, to explain the process. Given the situation, most of the information has been drip fed to you either via text or via the Facebook group. So I'm aware that the quality of that communication isn't great as we've not seen you face to face. So hopefully this will answer any questions and give you guys a starting point. And then really the overall goal is to provide you guys with some structure and some focus as we're clearly not in the gym given the current tier 4 restrictions in place. So the challenge duration is for that time period whilst the current tier 4 restrictions are in place. So please cross your fingers and your toes that it's just for Jan, and then we can get back into the gym as of February. So what I'm expecting as we kick off this Kickstart program tomorrow. That's Monday the 4th of January, and we roll it all the way through January, finishing off on the start of February. So you've got just essentially 30 days to give yourself some structure and some focus and to really get things going and start your new year with some good quality exercise and nutrition habits. So speaking of that, the sort of two main components to this Kickstart program is, first of all, your personal training sessions. So just as you would book your PT sessions, using your Mind Body app to book in and turn up here at HQ, exactly the same process. So if you've not been on already, we have 6 Zoom PT sessions on Mind Body per day. So if you jump on there, you'll see the timings for that. You just book that as if you would if you're turning up here. However, obviously, you're not turning up here. You're essentially turning up to your room and to your preferred device, where you need to make sure you've downloaded the Zoom app to that device. So if you've not done that yet, I suggest you get on that as soon as possible. It shouldn't take long for you to do. Then prior to the start of each session, the coach will send you an email with the Zoom link. You essentially just click that link and it will open up Zoom on your device. And then we should all pop up, the guys that are in that session should all pop up on your device. Then we get going from there. So if you're new to this and you've not used Zoom before, I think nearly everyone has by now. But if you've not, I suggest you get it downloaded and you have a little practice with a friend or family member just to make sure things like your video works properly, you know how to use that, and the microphone is working properly. Then from there, we also have the nutrition coaching. So for the guys who currently or have done the nutrition coaching with me here at HQ, is that same process with a slight additional some nutrition workshops. So for some of you guys, the nutrition coaching process will be familiar for you, but I'll outline it anyway, just to remind you and to give the information to the newbies. So first things first, I will be holding nutrition workshops, as you can see here, every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. via Zoom. So that's obviously not a workout, so you don't need to turn up in your workout gear. They'll be roughly 45 minutes long, going over different topics each week. So for example, week 1 will be how to get yourself organized with your nutrition, whether that means you're tracking, writing yourself a little meal plan or something, and then also the foundations of nutrition in terms of basic nutrition advice, knowing what you need to know, our 3 key rules for dropping body fat. And that way you will have a good understanding and better knowledge once you come out of this lockdown when it comes to your nutrition. Then alongside your nutrition workshops is you will be expected to track your nutrition in some way, shape or form. Option 1 is the habit spreadsheet, which I've got a screenshot I'll show you in a minute. And that will also be attached in your welcome email. So that's a really simple spreadsheet where all I'm asking you to do is each week and each day, each week, track yourself on 4 different habits, such as how much alcohol have you drunk, how much water have you drunk that day, have you trained that day, and then how many meals did you have that day. They're the 4 key habits I just asked you to track every day on that habit tracker. Or for those of you guys that have used it before, or if you want to get into using MyFitnessPal, that's a good way to track your nutrition as well. I've also included in your welcome email a video on how to get set up on MyFitnessPal and begin some tracking if you've not used it before. So really, when it comes to nutrition tracking, for those that want to do it, they're the two options that I give. You've got the habit spreadsheet, or if you've got MyFitnessPal, we'll go with that. They're the two options we'll work with. So your habit tracker will look something like this. So you have the weeks and the tabs across the bottom, then you can see you've got each day here, then your 4 habits. So it's really simple, and all I'm asking you to do is just track 4 key habits each day and make a note of that every day on your spreadsheet. And then the coach will follow up with you on your weekly check-ins, which I'll come into in a minute. Or you've got the MyFitnessPal, which this is just a screenshot from our YouTube page of the video of how to use it. So like I said, this will also be included into your welcome email. That's a video taken from our YouTube page on how to track using MyFitnessPal. So really it's either or. I don't suggest you do both of them. There's probably 1 or 2 of you out there that may want to do both of them, which you can do if you want, but I suggest you do either or when it comes to nutrition tracking. Either MyFitnessPal or use the basic habit tracker. So I think that's all I've got to say on the nutrition tracking. So let's move on. Your exercise tracker has also been included in your welcome email. So if you want to do this, then you can do. This is your exercise and accountability tracker. We used it last time and plenty of people used it. So check out that. It's a PDF where we put some targets on for you, 3 tiers. You've got tier 1, tier 2, or tier 3. And by the way, tiers are nothing to do with COVID before anyone suggests. But you basically got an easy tier, middle tier, and a hard tier of different forms of exercise, such as walking, running, riding indoor or outdoor, or your PT sessions. All we're asking you to do is choose a tier on either just walking, or you can do all 4 exercise formats, and then hold yourself accountable to completing the total distance or the total amount of PT sessions under each tier. So have a look at that PDF, take a read through it. Hopefully it's simple and all explained easy enough. Otherwise, we'll be following up with you tomorrow anyway in the check-in just to make sure you're cool on that. So that's your exercise tracker as well as your nutrition tracking. And then to move on, like I mentioned a minute ago, the nutrition workshops each week, Wednesdays at 7 p.m. And like I said before, there are various topics to help your nutrition understanding and knowledge. So if you do feel like that's something you want to improve on to gain a bit more control over your nutrition, well, these workshops are going to be certainly for you. They'll be about 45 minutes long. And like I said before, if you can't make the Zoom session on a Wednesday night, then I will record and send it to you anyway. Or maybe I'll upload it to YouTube, 1 of the 2. Anyway, you'll receive the workshop, so you've got that content to go along nicely with your exercise bits and pieces. Then another component to this program is you're going to be having weekly check-ins. So you'll have an assigned coach. Either me or Mike. Don't worry, we won't unleash Patrick on you to try and communicate with you. It'll be me or Mike every Monday, catching up with you, seeing how you're getting on, see what your wins for the week are, see what perhaps your struggles that week are, see where we can provide some support, see where we can provide some accountability for you. And in the grand scheme of things, just make sure that you get through January in best possible shape, getting things done, feeling like you're moving forward with your nutrition and exercise goals for the month. So that's weekly check-ins. And then also we've got weekly weigh-ins as well. Now, you've got 2 options here. Option 1 is you can do a weigh-in at home if you want. So that would obviously just require you to use your home set of scales. Or what we're actually going to do is we're going to open a gym on a Saturday morning between 8 and 10 every week. Come down and get yourself on the Embody scanner. As you are aware, it only takes a couple of minutes. So you can get yourself down to the gym. We'll make sure the gym's open for those couple of hours. You can come in, use the Embody scanner, and that way you can get a bit of a better reading. You know, I don't need to explain the benefits of the Embody scanner to you, but you've got the option there to use that each week to measure your progress throughout January. And really, that's it for now. So what I'm trying to get across with this program is really make sure that you guys have got support, the best we can give, whether that's with the Zoom PT sessions, get them rolling, or with the nutritional side of things, make sure you feel like you're moving the needle in a positive direction when it comes to nutrition. And like I said a couple of times throughout this video, just essentially just making sure that we get January 2021 rolling in the best possible start. And remember my little formula here is that E plus R equals O. So that's your event, such as January lockdown. Our response to that, i.e., this is our response, our Kickstart challenge, getting you guys set up with structure and focus. And that's really going to make sure we hit a positive outcome opposed to a negative outcome. So I'm quite excited to get this rolling with you guys. And I can speak on behalf of obviously Mike and Patrick as well. And let's just get things moving and let's get January rolling as we move through the first quarter of the next year. So hopefully this has answered some questions, given you some insights. If you have any questions, we will be following up with you tomorrow, myself and Mike, when it comes to your check-in. And we will go from there. All right, guys. See you soon.